Welcome back, everybody. This is Unadulterated coming yet again with another topic. I'm Bianca, and this is my partner.
Teddy, what's going on, everybody?
Yeah, good to see you guys again. And so, if we may, we could just go right into the topic. I do want to just, note that when we started Unadulterated, it was for one specific reason. Well, a couple of specific reasons that kind of back each other. And the one specific thing is that we could cast some light to some things that were being done kind of in the dark, when it comes to religion, when it comes to just everything out here in this world. So many different things were taking place, and we were like, all right, well, why don't we talk about it? Because we were having conversations about this forever, right? We talk about so much stuff.
Right.
Crazy. So this video is, just something that's no different from what we always talk about. We always try to bring light to things that are, that are not right. So, in our opinions, okay, we're just two people. Whatever you guys' opinions are just that, you know what I'm saying? And we can share on that. And sometimes we'll agree and sometimes we won't. But for us, I think we agree on, a lot of things. And so that's why we're able to even talk and have open conversations about certain things and with you guys. So today we're going to be talking about this really I guess he's highly noted or becoming highly noted vlogger. Is that what you would call him?
Yeah, pretty much. I guess that's what they call people like that.
Yeah, his name is Larry Reid. Why you look like that?
I ain't looking like that.
Yeah,
I mean, Larry Reid been around for a while.
Yeah, he's been around for a while, but even from his own words, he was a pastor once upon a time, and then he's kind of saying that he's delving back into becoming a pastor again of these followers that he's kind of gotten on social media. So, I guess in the first thing, we want to talk about, at first we kind of was watching him for entertainment purposes and then kind of getting some, I don't know, did you get anything from his videos, like some enlightenment or anything like that?
Well, I guess I would start off by saying how I got started watching Larry Reid. I honestly don't know, because you was watching him before me, right?
Well, I had seen him before you, but it was all kind of controversy based off of him, speaking on some things that were supposed to be shedding light like we do, towards religion and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely came across him, and I think that he did offer some value at some point. But the thing that I want to say before you tell how you got started is that people can come and offer you value. There's so many people that have some information that they could share with you and they could, help advance you. Not saying he helped advance me, no. But I'm saying in daily life, there are people who can advance you because they have information that you do not have, or they know something that you do not know. And so they can teach you some things. But the motive behind those things is totally different. You don't know why or what the purpose that they're doing, whatever they're doing. So you have to be careful. So go ahead and tell us how you got to watching him.
Well, I think I've been following him for about a year. The first time I stumbled on Larry Reid was around, I would say 2019. And the reason that he hopped up in my feed was because anybody who watch us and who knows me in real life, I'm a big supporter of Ron Carpenter. I love that guy. If you don't like him, then it is what it is. But I feel like Ron Carpenter is a great teacher and preacher of the Word of God. And he breaks down different perspectives that in a way that I've never heard before, or not necessarily heard before, but he just has a really good style, and I connect with him. So yeah, you seen Ron Carpenter. I don't know if I put you up on him or did I?
I don't want, of course, Ron Carpenter is great, but I don't want to like couple something that was really good, with where we're going with this.
No, but what I'm saying is the reason I saw Larry Reid's channel is because Ron Carpenter was going through a situation with John Gray, with the whole church situation. We're not going to get into that, but Larry Reid was covering the situation. So just like anybody else, I was trying to get information on what was going on in the situation. And, as Larry Reid does, he commentates on what's trending. He was going hard in the paint with that situation. So I was chiming in, trying to learn about the situation. So that's how I stumbled on Larry Reid Live.
Right. So I guess going forward, before we even get to what's trending right now concerning his name,
Right.
Over time we were able to view, a lot of live videos and a lot of material that he's sharing on social media, because it's so easily accessible. We're able to kind of see what's trending when it comes to Larry Reid. And so the reason why you continue to watch it because you felt like it was really informative, I'm sure, and some entertainment there too. So anyway, I feel like this, like I said, we talked so much that we would discuss some things going on in the videos and stuff, and we were always like, this don't sound right. Some stuff just don't sound right.
Yeah,
Me, I talk a lot, so I'm like,
right.
I can't. I'm always
right. Like me personally, again, a lot of stuff he was saying as far as that particular topic and some of the other topics he was talking about, it seemed like he was very knowledgeable. I had an inside, dish on what we didn't know on certain topics.
Yeah.
But it would be certain situations that would come up, like, let's say if he was talking about a scandal in the church, and he would go in such detail about how, how he used the words like breadbasket and all. Like, I don't need to know about how somebody butt look when it's spread apart and all that.
Yeah,
like, he would really do stuff like that.
Please don't do that, because kids actually do watch our channel.
They do, but we keeping it real. This is what this dude. Well, kids watch his channel too, and this is the stuff that he talk about. So,
and so I just think the vulgarity of the conversations was just a no. Like, and this is a problem that I want to touch on in a later video, that this is a problem that we come across, period, with other people too. That sexuality has nothing to do with the information that you're sharing half the time, but you incorporate sexuality, which is influencing our children and influencing people out here who are impressionable. And so that's just something we can't get with. I'm gonna speak on the same that way.
And it's not always about a homosexuality thing. Like, me personally, I feel like what happens in your bedroom should be your personal business.
Yeah, that's what I think. And so it's not, whatever your sexuality is, if you are heterosexual, whatever it is, some things are just unnecessary when it comes to, being out here in the social media world. It's totally unnecessary.
Right.
So going forward, right now, it's kind of, it touches on what's going on with his name now. So we watched this guy, Daryl Moore, and
what's his internet name? Say his internet name. You gotta address him properly.
His name, well, he got his name. I heard, where did he say he got his name from?
He actually got his name from Larry Live.
Yeah.
His new name is the Cigar blogger.
Yeah.
But actually, that's what Larry Reid tried to call him to like try to be funny. But he turned it into a whole nother, he pretty much flipped the whole narrative and turned that into his name, and it's working for him right now.
Yeah, so right now, Daryl Reid and also
Daryl Reid.
Skill.
What the hell? Don't do that.
Daryl Moore. Daryl Moore, excuse me, sir. I would never. Daryl Moore. And also that's the other guy that we watch.
What other guy? You gotta be.
I'm asking Marcellus? You can tell me his name. Yeah, I'm not really good with names. So
hey, let me take over
me trying to discredit.
She's messing up.
Listen, I'm not messing up. We're just talking. What I'm saying is, when because I'm never gonna know everybody's name because there's so many people in this world. So when I do, it's not to discredit the person. It's just to talk about. I'm just trying to talk about the information that you guys are sharing.
You supposed to know the names before the show. We doing a show. Listen, they got a team called the A-Team.
Okay, thank you.
The team is called the A-Team. Daryl right now is the one who's going after Larry Reid, but they all pretty much don't like him. You got Marcellus McMillan, and then you got see, now I don't talk trash
There's the
about you.
A-Team, which is a couple of other ladies that talk about the topic. That
Roxanne, let me see your transcripts. They all part of the A-Team umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
But Daryl Reid, right? I mean, Daryl Moore, see, I just did what you did. Daryl Moore is the one who's bringing all the light on Larry Reid, because of the little problem that they had. Because at the end of the day, Daryl Moore tried to address Larry Reid behind the scenes and ask him a question about a bribe that he had with a certain situation. And Larry Reid, kind of on some arrogant stuff, was like, who are you to ask me who you are? You a little vlogger. You don't have no followers. You ain't even on my level. Which that's why Larry Reid made that song, N-word, you ain't on my level. He was pretty much talking the A-Team. So that's what pretty much started it. Like, from the beginning.
Just to sum it all up, because it's a lot mixed in with it, but just to sum it all up. And so what we're addressing today is the fact that Larry Reid is being accused of,
allegedly.
Yeah, he's being accused of child molestation, of a teenage child. But we got this information from just watching the A-Team, watching Daryl Moore, and anyway, it just kind of adds to the fact that a lot of times that motive that people you don't know the motive behind why people do what they do. So you have to be conscious, or you can't always be trusting of, just somebody coming in the name of Jesus, in the name of, I got all good information, in the name of, let's just go ahead and do all the right things. They're not always, the motive is not always that. Right. So this man, Larry Reid, has not been, he's not been convicted of any crime. However, even if we go back to before he was even charged with a crime, to our awareness, he was doing some sketchy stuff the whole time, in my opinion. And we talked about that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, even his guy, he says his mentor is Bernard Jordan. And again, we're not doing this video to take sides and say who's right and who's wrong, but we just highlighted some things that don't really seem right, because even with Bernard Jordan, there's some stuff that it's like he says some stuff that you can relate with, but at the same time, it's like you scratch your head like, that doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, and I want to pull from that, because the thing is, you said to me before, I knew to do something and I didn't listen. A lot of us, the Bible even tells you that we all have a conscience, and we all have something that's kind of signaling us what's right or wrong, whether you in the church or wherever you are. You as an individual have a conscience. And so when you're getting some kind of guidance that's saying, hey, this ain't right, pay attention to that. And so it's trying to help you kind of navigate your life. And so this is a big point that we need to make within this video, is that we getting signals the whole time.
Right.
So we don't want to pay attention. Those red flags are big, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of time that's wasted, even money that's wasted, backing people who ain't right.
Right. You're 100% right. 100% right.
Yeah. And I think that's the underlying thing for me, for this whole, to even shed light on this whole situation, is to pay attention to, pay attention to what's being said to you. I want to say the Holy Spirit, but pay attention to what's being said. Like, when something's not right. Like, trust yourself on them.
Exactly. And I think the biggest problem that most people are having with this situation is that, Daryl Moore is just throwing all the punches right now. And he's throwing all these accusations and stuff. And Larry Reid is not addressing it. Now,
what I want to say to Daryl Moore is this, like, to me, that's big. It's big, and it's hard to come out against something that a lot of people seem to be backing. It's hard to speak your truth or what you believe in when, it's going to be a lot of people that will come against you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's not easy. And we got to give credit to that because, like I was telling you, we can live our lives peacefully and not attack the issues that are going on. But at the end of the day, nobody was helped through you. You
Right.
lived your life. You was, I don't want to say selfish, but then again, it is kind of selfish. You lived your life and you didn't even consider anything else going on around you. And what do you know? Maybe another child will be molested, or maybe maybe something else will happen that because see, everybody's cause is not the same. This may
Right.
be his cause, but our cause may be teaching children, what did I say? Financial literacy. So if
Right.
we don't teach this generation financial literacy, then they go lacking, right? And then
Right.
their children will lack as well, right? So whatever your cause is, it really takes a lot to speak to that.
Right. Right. But like I was saying before, I think the biggest problem people are having with this situation is that he's not addressing this publicly. Like a lot of people are saying that he's going to his Patreon and talking to his patrons, but he's not going publicly about this. But yet, this is the same Larry Reid that's so quick to go publicly about other people's issues and pull out other people's problems. But now you have an issue and you're not willing to do the same thing. You want to do this in private, but you didn't give the other people that same liberty. You just want to expose, 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 expose. But here you are with an issue where you can clearly address it, but you're choosing not. And again, we're not choosing sides, but it does seem a little bit weird.
So yeah, there is no side to choose when something is wrong and something is right.
Right,
So if there was a side and you say I have to choose a side, then I choose what's right. And that's the
right,
bottom line. So if it comes out that something wrong was done or is being done, I'm not on your side. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who you are. I'm not on your side. And so, yeah, I do take a stance on that as far as if you say truth, if it's wrong, it's wrong. I
right.
am not going to straddle any fence on that, period.
Mhm.
Because I have children and I ain't going for that. No,
Right, 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 right.
no, that's not happening.
Now, if you don't mind, I can share my own personal experience.
Before you do that, because I do
Okay.
want to hear that. We do want to hear that. But I want to say also, man, I'm gonna think of it because it kind of slipped my mind. But just you guys be mindful. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, just to show you a difference of because as of right now, like we said, we kind of straddling the fence. We
We're
just like
not
Michael Jackson.
straddling. We are
Yes,
not.
we is. We like Michael Jackson with the popcorn, just sitting there watching.
No,
But
we're not because that's why we're doing a video now because we've come to a conclusion and we need to talk about it.
well, we still need. It's again right now. It's still allegations.
Well, not a conclusion, not about that. I'm talking about a person. So that's why we talk about what is your personal experience with kind of following this person and what conclusion do you draw today?
Well, with my personal situation, what makes me lean a little bit more to Daryl Moore and the A team is I had a situation where, again, for you people who didn't follow us, I think I shout out my other page where it's Drummer Boy 1984, and I play drum covers and I play music, play the drums with other music.
Mm.
And about a week or two ago, I did a drum cover for the Mad Church Disease. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just a music guy. I like music, and I thought that beat was dope. I'm gonna just be here honest. I thought the
Yeah,
beat
you
was
cover
dope.
a lot of music, a lot of different
Exactly.
stuff.
So that particular song that as the theme song for the Mad Church Disease, I thought that was a nice beat. So I took that
The
song.
Mad Church Disease is Marcellus, right?
Yeah, that's Marcellus
Right, which is in
platform.
connection with the 18. So just so
Right.
people know, you did a cover for
Yeah.
one of the people on the 18's YouTube channel that you like their music. Their
Right,
intro
right,
music.
right,
Okay.
right. So I took that theme song and I played the drums and did a drum cover and posted it online. And of course, I wasn't really doing it to get attention. I just liked the song. And Daryl Moore himself, which if you're watching this, I don't know if you'll ever see this because I know, you're getting a lot of attention right now. But I appreciate the love that you showed me. And not only did he see the video, he liked it, he commented, and he also shared it on his platform. And then did you see my transcripts shared on her platform? Then it got to Marcellus at Mad Church to see his platform, and he even said something. So to me, that says something about the character about them over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, exactly. I was really like impressed. Not that I was trying to get views or anything, but that these people took the time out of their schedule to show love, because I was kind of sort of showing love to their platform. So that said a lot. And the reason I'm saying that is because I actually did the same thing for Larry Reid. I actually did 5 songs of his. I did his theme song. I did that song Smile, which I ain't gonna lie, that song is fire. Whether you like Larry Reid or not, that song is fire. Smile, I'm not trying to promote him. He did Smile, and he did maybe 2 or 3 other songs. I did 5 of his songs. I ain't hear nothing from him. I ain't hear nothing from his camp. I know he's a big platform. I know he got 100,000 subscribers, but it was just crickets over there. But here, the A-Team, again, the integrity and all that, they show love.
So it just speaks to the fact that everybody's morals and values are not the same. And so some people, I mean, that's just how it happens, you know what I'm saying? But it does speak to the character of each person, you know,
Right.
on the A-Team, as well as, you know, Larry Reid. And so it does kind of define, it sums up something that we have actually experienced. And we
Right.
watch, we laugh, we joke for entertainment and stuff. But we don't watch all the crap that he's pushed out, by the way.
Wow.
But we watch for entertainment purposes. And when we're watching, sometimes we see you know, that type of attitude that don't try to come up here on my platform and get this and get that. And ain't nobody look, but ain't nobody thinking about you and your platform, because this is the bottom line, that we all have a voice. You know what I'm saying? If you learn anything from this, you learn that we all have a voice and we can choose to use it or not to use it. And he uses his voice for not so good things, in my opinion, most times. And so we can use our voice as well. There's no person that's over another person. It's just our decision whether or not we want to use it towards whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm looking down because I'm trying to look up the guy's name. I should have looked this up before we even.
Whose name?
There's another vlogger that shouted them out, and they actually shouted him out in their video and even brought him on and shouted out his platform. So that showed you
a reference, even if you don't have his name, just to reference the fact that, you know, that's the mindset of these people. And so anyway,
I got it right here. His name is the Respective Angle. Angle. He's a Jamaican guy. They literally let him come on the platform and talk and promoted him, ain't asked him his money. Now, mind you, I've watched Larry Reid many times where somebody tried to do that, and they was like, oh, no, you can't do that. You got to give me a check before I can promote you, or you're allowed to say something on my platform, especially Bernard Jordan.
Well, don't talk about Bernard Jordan, because that's a whole nother thing. You know,
don't get me started, because I ain't gonna do my impression of him.
We've seen this video, which I haven't seen anybody talk about. Bernard Jordan has a full long track record. And again, this just speaks to where our cause is altogether. And, you know, just this religion stuff is crazy, okay? It gets crazy. Now, we can believe and have faith and believe what we want to believe when it comes to God. Right. We should. But all this stuff that's in between is kind of sickening. You know, like that last video that they came out with about, it was Larry and Bernard, and they was talking about each other's chests and all that stuff.
That was weird,
and then something crazy is that, you know, when they were touching on the topic about molestation, and for Bernard to suggest that they were, Bernard and Larry to suggest that they were just, that if children, you know, touched another child, that just say even if it was an older child and a younger child, that, oh, it was called exploration. Exploration instead of what it really was. And so
it was
where they drew the line was supposedly where they kind of drew the line was when it was an adult. Um, but why would
It
you
was weird.
encourage that type of
Yeah,
behavior? I mean, you
it
have to
was
see
weird.
them to know. You'll have to see them to know. But I wouldn't even encourage you to watch them, just to be honest, because it's easy to be swept up in trash. And so that's what I called it. It's easy to be swept up in trash conversation. And that's where your mind goes. It's crazy. Please don't.
That's what I'm saying. Like that last video, I was bugged out because they were talking about and they tried to make it seem like, oh well, we lived in poverty, and you had multiple people sleeping in the same bed, and sometimes when you're in the same bed, you explore, and it was just weird, man. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
So
again, we're not trying to take sides, but we just exposing some stuff that it just don't
yeah,
sit
I think
right.
it's really important with the climate of our nation right now. Everything is about it is about sexual exploitation, and it's starting on a child's level. So it's not good to encourage this type of behavior or to encourage this type of even conversation that is encouraging. And I just said encourage, but this type of conversation that encourages that behavior. Like we have you have a child, I have children, and I'm sure people who are watching have children as well. And so who would
Right,
even
right, right, right,
that
right,
this could be your conversation? You know what I'm saying?
right, right, right.
No. So there are no sides to take. It's either right or it's wrong, and I don't think that's hard. There's no gray area when it comes to right or wrong, especially when it comes to kids. And what he's being accused of right now, we'll just have to wait and see, what happens. But
Right.
um, that's still, if you look at the character of the person, it still doesn't. Just say if nothing happened and um he wasn't what is it convicted of that, then
Right.
it doesn't matter to me because the conversation that you are spewing is trash.
Yeah, that last live y'all did was
Sorry.
weird. I'm telling y'all, it was weird, Joe. You got so again, like I said, I was well, I ain't gonna say was, but I was an LRLer. I was a supporter, and it's like my man. Some of us want you to do the right thing, but you're not making the right moves right now. You're not looking good. You're not, and that's just the truth.
It's kind of like, when you may have a friend, right? And
Right.
then that friend is a mutual friend to somebody else that doesn't necessarily like you, right? So
Right.
that person who doesn't like you is conversing with this friend that's mutual, and
Mhm.
they're entertaining this conversation. So then that mutual friend brings you the conversation, and you're like, how did you even have this full conversation about me? And you bringing me this information to let me know about so and so, but it really speaks to you, what type of person you are. So this is what I want to say is when you are sitting or when you are listening in on conversations and you're taking part in some things that it may not speak to the character of who you are, but you're sitting in on this stuff, you're taking it in, and you, what does it say about you really? Because
Right.
you're taking in, even though you say, "Oh, chew the meat and spit out the bones." Well, dang, it's a lot of bones. You barely
Yeah.
got
Right.
any meat. You know what I'm saying? Well, was it worth it? That's all I
Right.
want to ask.
Right. Right.
Was it worth it? Yeah, so we're
I don't
gonna
know.
link Daryl Moore. We're gonna link the A team if we can in the description. You guys can kind of take a look at the material or the information that they're sharing and decide for yourself. Whatever you think, that's your business. But we definitely want
Right.
to link them and let you guys know about the information that's being put out, not just to speak to who Larry Reid is, but to speak to that nature of a person. Because you have to be mindful. Um, you just have to be mindful of who you're supporting or what you're supporting and how is it affecting you at the end of the day.
Right. Right. Guilty by association. I know a couple people is in jail right now for that same thing,
Mhm. And
and
then I
and
have
that goes spiritually too. You can be guilty by association.
yeah, so I have a question.
Okay.
if the accusations never came, would you back Larry Reid as a person up until with all the information you have outside of those accusations?
I mean, I was. I'm be honest. I'm I'm trying to use
Well,
my
even
words
with the
carefully.
conversations and stuff he was having. Yeah.
It was weird because most of the times he was having a lot of conversations, and I'm gonna be honest. A lot of times I was like, "What the hell is he saying? Like, why would you say that? Why did you do that? Why would you talk with this person? Why would you? Oh, why would you go on this approach? Like, why? Like, why when you talking about a situation where a man on man situation where you gotta go in such detail about sexual stuff, like men don't talk like that. Like if you know somebody who's there's nobody has problem with gay people, but it's like if a situation happened between gay people, you'll just say, oh, they had a situation. But it was just weird to me that he would go in such detail
I mean,
about
just as well if a situation happened between anybody,
right.
Most right-minded people don't go into detail about certain stuff. Like we're adults, we can have adult conversation, but I mean, some stuff is just stupid and
Yeah.
unnecessary.
Right. And another thing I didn't like about he talked about money too much. It's so and Bernard Jordan too. Everything is a donation.
A dollar.
Like I said, Marcellus and them, they shouted me out. There wasn't nothing. But I've seen many times people go on Larry Reid platforms like, nah, you can't say nothing because you ain't give me a check. Mm-hmm. What? Like, what? See, I don't know.
Yeah.
So we just gonna watch and see. Like I said, I got my popcorn.
You got your popcorn. You'll watch and you'll kind of relay the message because I mean, some stuff is just like
right
annoying. I don't watch. I'm not tuned in all day thinking about what y'all doing.
The only reason I do it because I have a lot of downtime at my job, so I be just trying to. So I appreciate y'all content creators because y'all help my day go by quicker when I'm just sitting, at my job. So, but that's pretty much why I tune in so much. But it's good entertainment. Yeah,
and then eventually it becomes kind of sickening though. Like, oh, this.
Yeah, it does. Some
entertainment is trash, man. But yeah, guys, that sums up our video. We hope that you were able to get something from it. You know what I'm saying? Just with the points we're making, surrounding the controversy. And if you have any comments, feel free to comment down below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We're also on YouTube. No, we're on Instagram at unadulteratedyou and Facebook at unadulteratedyou. Send us an email if you want to contact us at unadulteratedyou@gmail.com. Until next time.
We catch y'all next time. And we thank you for watching it this long because that means you watched the whole video and y'all do that.